At arraignment, I'm going to inform you of the charge or charges pending against you. I'm then going to ask the state attorney if there is a plea offer to resolve your case. If you want to accept that plea offer, you can do so by entering a plea of guilty or no contest. Guilty means you admit you committed the offense. No contest means you're not admitting or denying anything. You're simply telling the court that you feel it's in your best interest to accept the plea and be done with your case today. Now, of course, these are criminal charges and you do have certain rights. Perhaps the most important of those is the right to be presumed innocent unless proven guilty. And so you have the right to maintain a plea of not guilty. In which case, we will give you a new court date and the case will proceed forward. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. Even if you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed if you ask for one. If you're here for a charge of driving without a license or driving on a suspended license, the first question I'm going to ask is if you fixed it. Because if you've reinstated your driving privileges, the state attorney will usually offer a better outcome. Your offer may be something called diversion. Diversion is a program where if you sign up, usually involves performing some community service hours. But if you otherwise do everything that they ask you to do in that program, the state will dismiss the charge. All right. I've got two gentlemen on Zoom. Listen, I appreciate you signing in this way. I've got a lot of folks in the courtroom. I'm going to go ahead and take care of them first. So just hang tight, okay? It'll be just a few minutes. Thank you for your patience.
Right. Order of arrival, sir. First case is Odiani Baker, 21 CT 0065.
All right, come on up, please.
Come on up, Pierce.
And Mr. Rosenko, please announce your presence.
Michael Rosenko for the state, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, sir. Give me one moment, please. So your last name is Baker?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is 21 CT 65. So you're here for a charge of driving on a suspended license?
Yes, sir.
Have you fixed your driving privileges?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Rosenko, please check. Yes, sir. Are they represented by PD or represented? Yeah. No. Calm. Okay. We'll probably get them out of here pretty quick. In fact, you may even call those folks first because
Sorry, sir?
1 second.
I just need to know whether to include attorney or not.
If they're here, yeah.
Okay.
That being said, I do have a representative from the Public Defender's Office here this morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mark Fisher from the Public Defender's Office.
Good morning. I have a quick question for you. Corporal Lang indicated that some of your clients are present in the courtroom already this morning. Do you intend to enter No contest pleas on any of them, or are all of them going to be not guilty pleas?
My understanding is all of them are not guilty.
All right. Can you
Everyone to stand to the right?
please let those folks know? We can go ahead and give them new court dates right now, and we'll address the actual case numbers on the record in just a moment, but we can get those folks out of here pretty quickly. Thank you, sir.
That makes it a lot easier.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Cinco.
Yes, Your Honor. It is indicating valid, but it does say it's pending another suspension on February 15th.
All right. So, sir, you fixed your license, but something else is coming pretty soon to suspend it again.
I think it's for the same charge that I need to pay.
A ticket for driving on a suspended license? Was it just a ticket, or was it a criminal case?
Well, I had got the ticket prior to the criminal case.
All right. All right, give me just a moment. All right, so you're going to get that taken care of?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Racinko, what do you want to do?
Your Honor, at this time, let me see. At this time, the offer is diversion or withhold $150 fine, court costs and costs of prosecution. I just with that pending suspension, I just don't. If it's just suspended right after this, I don't feel comfortable offering the no pros.
Okay. What if the gentleman were to come back and show that that's taken care of?
Then the state would offer the no pros.
Is that ticket out of Collier County?
Yes, sir.
Can you take care of it today?
Yes, sir.
You want to go try to do that and come back?
Okay.
All right, you can go to the Collier clerk's office customer service window, which is right across the hallway in the atrium.
Okay.
Go take care of that ticket, come back, we'll show that in our system, yes, will that reflect if he pays it right now? Or bring a receipt for us,
Okay.
and then we should be good. All right,
Just
All right.
tell the deputy outside that you're gonna be a recall, so he lets you back in.
yeah, tell him Judge Brown said you need to come back. All right, let's go ahead and address the public defender cases where folks are gonna enter a plea of not guilty so they can get moving.
It's just gonna be one at a time, sir.
That's fine. You're
Second,
welcome.
first gentleman is gonna be Alejandro Zambrano. You can just stand to the right and get a new court date.
All right,
His case number is gonna be 21 CT 77.
all right. So Mr. Zara is represented by the public defender's office. And I'm sorry, did I ask you to announce your presence, sir? Or Ms. Woodley, either of you. All right, did I ask you to announce your presence already?
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, public defender.
All right, Ms. Brasher, you're entering a plea on your client's behalf. This is Mr. Zambrano.
He's gonna be.
Very good. New court date will be
March the 8th at 9 a.m.
March 8th, 9 o'clock. We'll give you your court date, sir.
I recommend it.
So I'm gonna ask you to keep the mask on. I can hear you with the mask on, all right? You're trying to get you think you're gonna get your license fixed next week? Talk to your lawyers about it. They'll tell you what to do. If you can get that fixed, they'll help you out with that, all right? I understand. Let her talk to them privately and they'll tell you how to take care of it, all right? All right. And who's next, please?
Next case number is Gustavo Adolfo Chavez Morales, 21 CP 105.
Good morning, sir.
The only one represented, sir.
Those are the only two?
That was the only one represented.
Oh, okay. I was expecting more folks the way you had asked.
Well, I had to go through my list.
Okay.
I would just be checking them off quickly.
All right, fair enough. Good morning, sir. Come on up. Sir, you're here for a charge of driving on a suspended license. Have you been able to reinstate your driving privileges?
No, I was not able.
All right, state, what's the offer in this case?
Your Honor, the offer is adjudication, $100 fine, court costs, and cost of prosecution.
All right, well, the information charges this as the third or more. That is a mandatory jail sentence. Does it not?
Yes, Your Honor. Is the case 21 CT 105? Oh, one moment, Your Honor. This one had an amended information that was filed of the no valid driver's license.
Oh.
Your Honor, it was the first one was filed, but there was a mistake, and this one was filed right after it. I don't think it's showing in. It was filed as an emergency filing, but it must not be showing in showcase. Yes, Your Honor.
It's showing, but you did not put amended information on it. It's necessary to indicate that it's an amended, and if there are subsequent amended, you have to indicate whether it's second, third, fourth amended, so the record reflects which one we're operating off.
My apologies, Your Honor. I will fix the information.
All right. So actually, if you file a subsequent one, which I don't think will be necessary, we can go off of the current one. But if you file a subsequent, it would have to show second amended information, okay? Yes,
Your Honor. My apologies for the mistake. It should have, I should have just filed on the citation. There was...
Either way, I'm just letting you know that's what has to be done so the clerk's office can properly reflect where we are.
Okay. Shall I submit an additional one or just proceed on this one?
We can proceed on this one.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Can we show, however, that we are going forward on no valid DL? That's the most recent information that's been filed. All right. So, sir, you're charged with driving without a valid license, which is a lower offense than the one that I previously stated. This is a second-degree misdemeanor. State's offer is a conviction, $100 fine, plus court costs. You can accept that offer. You can reject that offer by pleading not guilty. I will remind you of the right to have an attorney represent you. What would you like to do? All right. Would you, can we give this gentleman a plea form and waiver of counsel? Sir, I'm going to have you read these two pieces of paper that will be handed to you. These are your rights in a criminal case. It's important that you read them carefully and that you understand them. If you have any questions for me after you've read them, I want to make sure that you ask before we go forward with your plea, okay? All right, I'm going to ask this gentleman to have a seat. Where can he be seated? Corporal.
Right where he came from.
All right, right back where you were sitting, and we'll hand you these documents to read, okay? All right, who's next, please?
Next case is Elmer Vicente, 21 CT 127.
All right. One moment, please. All right. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, you're here for a charge of driving without a valid license. State appears the offer is diversion, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. The offer is diversion or withhold $150 fine, court costs, and cost of prosecution.
Okay. Sir, did you hear my explanation when I described what diversion is? Would you like to accept one of the two state's offers, or would you like to plead not guilty?
I think guilty.
All right. Did you want to accept the state's offer of diversion, or did you want to accept the offer of the withhold of adjudication, which is not a formal conviction, but would be on your record, fine and court costs, which is your preference?
Well, I accept the offer.
Okay. Are you telling me you don't want the diversion program? I need to be clear about what you're asking me to do.
What is the program?
Okay.
What is the program?
You sign a contract and pay an entry fee. You'll be asked to perform some community service hours. But if you get everything done, the state attorney will dismiss the charge. Would you like to do that, or would you prefer just to plead no contest or guilty at this time?
I would like the program.
All right. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to give you a new court date. You have to go down to county probation, which is here in this building, on the first floor, in the atrium, by the vending machines. And tell them you'd like to sign up for diversion. If you've signed the contract, you do not need to come back to court. But if you have not signed the contract, you will need to come back on your next court date, which will be February 25th at 8:15. Okay?
All right.
Good luck to you, sir. Do you have the list of who's next? All right. You want this? That's all right. I'll wait for Bill to get back. All right. I'm going to recall. There we go. Recall Odiani Baker, 21 CT 65. Sir, did you take care of that ticket? You have the receipt with you? May I see it, please? All right. Mr. Osinko?
Yes, Your Honor.
I do see payment. Total paid of $183. Paid to the clerk of court in 20 TR 29345. And if you want, I can even confirm that that is the citation that you would be showing is still 20 CT 29345. Is that 20 TR 29345? Is that at the top there? Is that what I said?
20 TR 29345.
Mr. Singa, that citation on that case is Alpha Epsilon 6. What's D? Delta. Thank you. 6 EE.
Yes, Your Honor, that's what it is showing here.
All right.
So let me go in here. So in 21 CT 65, the state would like to announce a no pros.
All right, charges has been dropped. No, listen, sir. You got your license clear. It's good to go. Was the one you just paid off, was that also for suspended license?
Yeah.
Listen, if you have 3 of these within 5 years, the DMV is going to revoke your license for 5 years. You'd be designated a habitual traffic offender, and you can be charged with a felony if you get caught driving. Things go downhill real fast with these suspended license cases. So keep your license valid, okay? Good luck to you, sir. Take care.
Next case, Your Honor, is Justine Decker, 21 MM 94.
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, you're charged with criminal mischief. State, is there an offer?
Yes, Your Honor. The offer is diversion or withhold 6 months probation, may early terminate at 3 months, 25 community service hours, $100 to Naples Pier, no trespass at Naples Pier, located on 280 Riverside Circle, court costs and cost of prosecution.
All right, ma'am. Do you understand your options? Which would you like to do? All right. Let's give you a new court date. As long as you sign the contract before your next court date, you won't need to come back, all right? All right. Next court date will be? All right. Good luck, man.
Next case, Your Honor, is Amado Gonzalez, 21 CT 152, Spanish Street.
All right. It's not epsilon, it's echo, isn't it?
Sorry?
I'm gonna say it right, it would be echo, not epsilon, right?
Yeah, Epsilon. Like,
Sorry, I'm going back to my Greek kids.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Okay. Good morning, sir. I know.
environment.
So you're here for a charge of attaching a tag not assigned to the vehicle? Have you gotten the vehicle properly registered?
No, I have not gotten a license plate yet.
All right. Say, are you proceeding on citation?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What is the offer, please?
Your Honor, the offer is withhold $100 fine and costs.
All right, sir. You can accept that offer by pleading either guilty or no contest. You can reject that offer by maintaining a plea of not guilty. And may I ask, Mr. Rasenko, if this gentleman comes back with proper registration for that vehicle, what would the state do?
The state would null process.
The state will dismiss the charge if you get the vehicle registered. What would you like to do?
I'm going to register that vehicle.
All right. So we'll give you a new court date. If you come back with the vehicle registration for that car, the state will dismiss the charge, okay?
Yes, it's fine.
All right, very good. New court date will be?
March the 8th at 9 a.m.
All right. Please sign for your next court date, okay? Thank you. There's a gentleman in the back row. So I'm gonna have to make sure you keep your mask above your nose, all right? Thank you, sir. All right. This is 21 CT 105. Is Mr. Chavez Morales, is he ready to go or does he still need a little more time? You can have all the time you need to read that. It's fine, sir. I just want to make sure that. All right, come back up. And you're still used for fucking for drive without a license? 32203 sub 1, yes? Okay. All right. So, sir, you had a chance to read those forms, is that correct?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about your rights? Now would be the time to ask.
Could you please repeat the question?
Sir, the forms you just read describe your rights in a criminal case. By entering either a guilty or no contest plea to this charge, you are waiving those rights. So I want to make sure you understand them. Do you have any questions about the forms you just read?
Well, the form that I just read is going to allow me to, well, am I going to be told about the charges now or what?
Yes. The charge, sir, is driving without a license. You understand that?
Yes.
And you understand that the plea offer that the state is putting forward, say was it an adjudication or withhold?
It was an adjudication, Your Honor.
Adjudication of guilt, which is a conviction, $100 fine, plus court costs and cost of prosecution. The total financial penalty would come to $370, yes? $375. All right. Is that what you want to accept?
So that is the charge, that is the penalty, the 370.
That's if you want to accept the plea offer.
And so is
But you understand you don't have to.
there was the other.
That's it.
It's all right, yes.
All right. You understand one of the pieces of paper that you're signing says that you understand that you have the right to have a lawyer help you. But by signing that piece of paper, you're telling me you don't want a lawyer. Is that what you were telling me?
Yes, I understand.
All right. So I'm going to have you do, sir, as soon as you finish signing. I'll ask you to raise your right hand, please. You solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. All right, put your hand down, please. The state attorney who's on Zoom is going to ask you a few questions. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Can I please get your full name and date of birth? Sir, you have been charged with no valid driver's license. Do you understand that the maximum, which is a second-degree misdemeanor, do you understand the maximum is 60 days in county jail?
Yes.
To that charge, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Do you understand the terms of the plea agreement?
Yes.
Have you read and signed a copy of the plea form?
Yes.
Do you understand all of the rights listed on that form you will be giving up by entering this plea today?
Yes,
Are you entering into this plea because you believe it's in your own best interests?
yes,
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
no,
Are you taking any medication?
no,
Do you suffer from any mental illness?
no,
Do you understand that you have a right to an attorney?
yes,
Do you understand that if you want an attorney and cannot afford to hire one, the court will appoint one to represent you?
I understand.
Knowing that, do you still wish to proceed today without an attorney?
Yes,
Do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, you may be subjected to removal or deportation as a result of this plea?
yes,
Do you understand that if you are deported as a result of this case, it will not be the basis to withdraw this plea?
I do understand.
Do you need any additional time to
Hold
discuss
on,
any?
hold on. He said he does not understand?
I do understand.
Do, okay. Go ahead, please continue.
Do you need any additional time to discuss any of this with counsel?
No.
No,
Your Honor, the state tenders the plea.
I've reviewed the citation and find that there's a sufficient factual basis in venue. I've considered the colloquy and find the plea to be freely, knowingly, and voluntarily entered. Therefore, I will accept the plea and impose sentence as follows. For the charge of driving without a valid license, adjudication of guilt, $220 in court costs, $100 fine, $50 cost of prosecution, 90 days to pay, please. All right. Good luck to you, sir. You need to have your fingerprints taken, then you're free to go.
that's fine, thank you.
All right. Who's next, Rich?
Gonzalez, Amado, case number 11-2021 CT 153.
No, I believe we addressed that case. Did we not?
We did, yeah.
We did. All right. So we're on the next one. Yes, sir.
Harper, Gary, Halpern,
Gary Halpern. If you're reading the name, that means that they checked in. All right. Moving on.
Heather Kenny, case number 11-2021 CT 61.
I'm sorry. The last name again, please.
Kenny, Kear81.
Got it. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. You're here for a charge of attached tag not assigned. Have you been able to register the vehicle?
Yes, I wrote a copy of the file.
May I see it, please? Thank you. You have a copy of the title. Is it registered?
The title.
All right, you have the title. Is it registered?
Yeah, if I'd have thought for the registration, I would have.
Well, that's what
But
we
I have a
need.
receipt from when I got it registered with the tax collector.
Oh, let me take a look. That might be sufficient for the state. Let me take a look. All right.
Your Honor, I didn't get the case number.
All right, this is 21 CT 61.
Thank you.
One moment.
I've also got my proof of insurance with that now. I don't know.
Sure. Give me one moment. 2002 Nissan. 2002 Nissan. VIN number JN1D83. All right. State, What she's handed me is a title and a receipt from the tax collector indicating with the VIN number on it, full registration fees paid. I don't have the actual registration, but I've confirmed that the VIN for the vehicle that's on this citation has just had registration fees paid. What would you like to do?
One moment, Your Honor. It hadn't been filed on, so let me just review it.
Well, want to proceed on citation or what?
Yes, we can proceed on the citation. I was just going over it real quick.
Okay.
I was just going to David. One second, Your Honor.
All right, this is for an attached tag.
Your Honor.
Yes.
In 21 CT 61, the state announces a null pros.
Charge has been dismissed, ma'am. Thank you for getting it done. Have a nice day. Take care.
Bolen, B-O-L-E-N, Forrest. Case number 11-2021 CP 122.
Good morning. All right, so you're here for a charge of driving with a suspended license. Have you reinstated your driving privileges? You have not. Okay. State, what is the offer in this case?
Your Honor, it's 21 CT 122.
Correct.
Olin?
Yes.
Thank you. Your Honor, the offer is a withhold $100 fine, court costs, and cost of prosecution.
All right, and if this gentleman can come back with a valid license.
The state would null pros it.
All right. Sir, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna have to get it.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so we'll enter a not guilty plea at this time. We'll give you a new court date of
March the 15th.
March the 15th, 9 o'clock. Between now and then, you can go hire an attorney. Between now and March 15th, you can go hire an attorney who can help you, okay? All right, good luck, sir. Take care. Please sign for your court date.
Your Honor, I become aware that you have a gentleman on Zoom that's case has been dismissed.
Oh, thank you. Who was that?
Alfredo Fachin Diego.
Ah, Mr. Fachin Diego. Are you there? Can you unmute, please?
Yeah, yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Sir, I've just been informed, and Mr. Rosenko, you can confirm for me, but Ryan just told me this gentleman's case has been null pros or no info. I'm not even seeing it on the docket. Is that correct?
Yesterday at 4:22.
Thank you.
So,
Your Honor, do you have a case number?
I do not, because it's on my docket.
Okay, that's why I didn't have it on my list here. Let me see if I can look up his name. I have case number 21 CT 83 and Alfredo Jose Fachin Diego. My apologies if I'm mispronouncing it. For an attached tag not assigned and no registration. Both charges were null pros.
All right, sir. Those charges have been dismissed. You're free to go. Thank you for your patience today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, have a nice day.
Thank you.
Since I'm on addressing folks on Zoom, let me go ahead and address Mr. Davis as well, because he's the only other person on Zoom. Gabriel Davis, who I also do not see on my docket. Mr. Davis, is that you, sir? Go ahead and unmute, please.
Unmute.
There you go, I can hear you.
How you doing?
Doing well, sir. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Good morning.
State, you have a Gabriel Davis. Do you know what the story is with his case?
No, sir. May I know the story?
Well, I'm asking the state attorney, sir. Asking what they're doing with your case, sir.
Excuse me?
I'm asking the prosecutor, sir.
Oh.
One moment, Your Honor. This case was no pros, Your Honor.
All right.
It was 21 CT 91, driving while license suspended or revoked for Gabriel Perry Davis.
Is that you, sir? Are you Mr. Gabriel Perry Davis?
May I ask for a continuance so I can fix my license?
You can, but the state is dropping the charge. If you'd like this to keep going, I suppose they can raise the charge. or are you okay with them dropping the criminal charge?
I apologize.
I think, all right, just to say, you can confirm it's been no info or no pros?
I want,
I'm asking the prosecutor.
Oh.
Yes, it was no pros on the second.
All right, so Mr. Davis, if you want to keep coming to court and see us, you're welcome to, but the state is inclined to dismiss the criminal charges. What would you like to do?
I'll take the dismissal. Thank you, Judge Brown.
Good choice. All right, have a good day, sir. Take care.
All right, you too. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. All right.
How do I keep on?
I can still hear you. All right. Moving on. All right. Who is next? Do we have the list? Can someone grab Bill, please? All right. The vaccine's coming. Things will get back to normal. It has to. I don't know how long we can keep doing this.
Next case, Your Honor, is Arlo Gonzalez Garcia, 21-101 CT.
Thanks, sir. Mr. Singh, you probably didn't hear him. We're addressing 21 CT 101.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
All right, so you're here for a charge of driving on a suspended license and driving with a license from another state. All right. State, what is the offer in this case?
Your Honor, the offer is adjudication, $250 fine, court costs, and cost of prosecution for count 1, and count 2 would be no pros for a plea to count 1.
$250 fine. Yes. Would be no pros if he pleads to count 1. Now, hold on. And if this gentleman is able to reinstate or obtain driving privileges, what would be the result?
I'd have to look at the other case. He has another open driving while license suspended or revoked out of Hardy County.
All right. Would his prospects potentially improve?
His prospects would improve.
All right. So, sir, Let's discuss your options. Option one is you can accept the state's offer on this case. Option two is we can give you a new court date. You can fix your license and come back and the state's saying things may get better for you. But another option that I'll remind you of is that it sounds like you have this case pending here and another case pending in another county. If you have 3 convictions for this offense within 5 years, DMV will revoke your license for 5 years, and you can be deemed a habitual traffic offender. And the hazard of that is that if you get caught driving on that suspension, you can be charged with a felony offense. And I'm telling you this because I want to ask if you'd like to have an attorney represent you to help you sort through all of this.
We just want to make sure that this is my case. It is Ángel Castillo, right?
No, this is Gonzalez Garcia. Argel Gonzalez Garcia. Is Argel Gonzalez Garcia present?
No.
We've been talking to the wrong gentleman all this time. Is Argel Gonzalez Garcia present?
It should be, because I marked him off as number 10.
Let's try this again.
Sir, what is your name? Come on up.
Come on down. Whatever the gentleman's name is in the yellow jacket, please tell him to disregard everything we said. We will talk with him in just a moment. Good morning, sir. All right. Sir, you are here for the charge of driving on a suspended license and a charge of driving with a license from another state while your Florida license is suspended. The state's plea offer is an adjudication of guilt, which is a conviction on count 1, $250 fine plus court costs. They're willing to dismiss count 2 in exchange for a plea to count 1. So I want to discuss your options with you. Option number 1 is you can accept that plea offer. Option 2, you can reject that offer, and we move this case towards a trial. Now, the state had previously indicated that if you can fix your driving privileges and reinstate your license, your prospects will get better. But he also indicated that you have a pending case in another county. And what I need to warn you of is that if you are convicted for 3 driving while license suspended offenses over the span of 5 years, the DMV can revoke your driving privileges for a period of 5 years, and you could be deemed a habitual traffic offender. And the danger of that is that if you get caught driving with that revocation, you may be charged with a felony offense. And so I'm telling you all of this because I'd like to ask if you'd like to have an attorney represent you to help you sort through this. What would you like to do?
Well, in reality, the other county was not because of the license, it was just one time.
Okay. Well, I still have the same question. Would you like to have an attorney represent you?
No, because basically I have everything, I paid everything.
Your license is reinstated?
Well, I was told that they would come out in the system and I pay like within 1 day. And then I could go and get a license.
Okay. Would you like to that extra bit of time to get your license?
Yes, it's just a matter of days.
Okay. Then what I can do is I can give you a new court date. You can come back with a valid license, okay?
Okay.
All right. Next court date will be?
March 8th and 9 a.m.
All right, please sign for your court date. Thank you. Who's next?
Next case is Amado S. Gonzalez, 21 CT 152. It may have been heard already.
I think so. We did.
Okay. So, about a Forrest Gene Boland. What?
That was heard. Keep going. You're a little bit behind.
Jose Raul Cabrera Gracia, 21 MM 92.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
All right. So you're here for an alleged violation of FWC rules. Specifically, it appears they are alleging that you harvested a snook during the close season.
What was it, Your Honor?
Catching a snook in the off season. That's the allegation. State, what's the offer?
Your Honor, the offer is diversion or withhold court costs and costs of prosecution.
So, sir, believe it or not, your violation of fishing regulations are criminal offenses. However, the state attorney's office is offering a program called diversion. If you wish to accept that offer and complete the program, the state will dismiss the charge. Or option two, you can resolve the case today by accepting a withhold adjudication, $100 fine and court costs. Or of course, you can maintain a plea of not guilty. What would you like to do?
The program.
All right, very good. We're gonna give you a new court date.
What would I have to do in the program?
What or when?
What?
You sign the contract, you pay an entry fee, perform some community service hours. If you get all that done, charge gets dismissed. Okay? You can sign up at county probation, which is here in this building, on the first floor in the atrium, by the vending machines, okay? Just tell them you'd like to sign up for diversion. All right.
May I ask a question?
Yes, sir, but one moment.
February 25th.
All right, if you do not sign the contract, you must come back to court on February 25th at 8:15. But if you have signed the contract, you do not need to come back to court. Now, what is your question, please?
Well, what is the program about? Well, it will not affect my work schedule.
Well, here's the thing. You can go over and ask what would be involved in the program. And if you choose not to do it because you find it is not compatible with your work schedule, you can come back on February 25th, and we can address your case in court at that time. Okay? All right. Good luck to you, sir. Take care. All right. Corporal Lang, who's next?
Next case, Your Honor, is Reynaldo Santos Cortez, 21 CT 103.
I'm sorry. Last name again, please. Let me ask this gentleman. Thank you. Good morning, sir. Come on up. This is 21 CT 103. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, you're here for a charge of driving without a valid license. State, what is the offer?
Your Honor, the offer is diversion or withhold and court cost of prosecution.
Sir, did you hear my discussions with the other folks about what the diversion program is?
No.
All right. So here are your options. Option number one is a program called diversion. If you sign the contract, pay an entry fee, and otherwise perform the community service hours, state will dismiss the charge. That's option one. Option two is you could enter a plea of no contest, and the offer is a withhold of adjudication, which means no formal conviction, but it would be on your record, and court costs. Of course, you can maintain a plea of not guilty. What would you like to do? All right. Are you telling me you do not want to sign up for the diversion program? Okay. All right. Let's give this gentleman. Okay. All right. So we're going to hand you a couple of forms. These are your rights in your criminal case. I'm going to ask you to sit back down and read them carefully. When I call you back up, if you have any questions, please make sure you ask. Okay? All right. Have a seat, sir. I'll call you back in a moment. Who's next?
Next case, Your Honor, is Ralph Green, 21 MM 84. Mr. Green, all the way in the back. Wake up.
Is he all right?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
homeless in this room.
Okay. From this distance, it can be any one of a number of things.
I understand, sir. Now he's,
All right. So he's okay.
yeah.
Very good.
He knew about all of his hearing problems or.
It's fine. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Mr. Sinker, this is 21MM84.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Green.
None, sir.
All right. Sir, you're here for a charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. State, what is the offer?
Your Honor, the offer is adjudication, $250 fine, 6 months probation, no early termination, substance abuse evaluation, file recommendations, random testing, court costs, and cost of prosecution.
All right. So, sir, you can accept that offer. You can reject that offer. And I would remind you have the right to have an attorney represent you. What would you like to do?
I'm needing a probation, but I don't need it.
Okay. All right. So you're rejecting the plea offer at this time.
It's probation.
I understand. I understand that's the state's offer. Yes, sir.
Just for a misdemeanor, I ain't been thrown in 10 years. 20 years.
Well,
No, from South Carolina.
I understand. State?
I be able to go all the time. I'm homeless here.
Mr. Rosinka, this gentleman is homeless. Probation is not really a viable option for him. Are you prepared to extend an amended offer at this time?
I am not at this time, Your Honor. This is not my case. I'd have to look into it further. He has an extensive. He has a lot of priors, and I couldn't make an offer at this time.
What was this gentleman's most recent prior that you can see, Mr. Rosinko? Let's see. Hold on.
Oh, the most recent one I see here is 2001. So it's just in my notes, in the notes here from the other attorney.
So let's just be clear. So this gentleman has not had a criminal offense that you can see going on almost 20 years, and he is homeless, and the state wants probation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, would you like to have a public defender help you with your case? What's that?
What you gonna do?
Well, if you don't want to accept the state's offer, you can have another court date. But would you like to have one of these fine attorneys help you out? One of the things they can do for you, sir, is appear in court on your behalf. Even if you can't afford a lawyer, you still get one of these if you want one. No, you're not being rude, sir. Go ahead.
That's probation. You get so young, but you got to probate for misdemeanor, traffic me.
Oh, sir, you have there's one other option if you'd like.
Yes, sir.
You can do something called plea open to the court. And what it means, you plead to me, and I decide what an appropriate sentence is. The state's offer is probation. I haven't decided what an appropriate sentence is. Would you like to plea open to me?
Last time I did, I got down, but I need not to put down.
What was that?
I need not to take your classes.
I'm not offering advice. I'm giving you an option. Would you like to do that? I can't advise you. I'm giving you an option. You want to plead to me, and I'll decide what an appropriate sentence is?
Yes, sir.
All right. Then what I need you to do for just a moment, can you read and write okay?
Lovely, sir.
All right. Take a look at these forms real quick. Have a seat for just a moment, sir. I'll call you back. If you have any questions, if you have trouble reading any of that, you let me know, and I'll go through your rights with you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Call you back in just a moment.
Next case, Your Honor, will be in Eleazar Castillo, Duran, 21 CT 120.
Welcome back, sir. All right. Sir, you're here for a charge of driving without a valid license. We've already had a pretty extensive discussion. But something tells me the state's offer in this case might be a little bit different than it was earlier. State, what's the offer, please?
Your Honor, the offer is diversion or withhold, $100 fine, court costs, cost of prosecution. And yes, it would improve if his license, if it was fixed. The only thing, I don't see that there was a diversion contract created just yet. I'm sending the request now if
you want to do that.
If he's interested.
All right. All right. So, sir, you have a few different paths. Option number one, this program called diversion. Did you hear my discussion with some of these other folks about what that means?
No.
All right. If you sign the contract, pay an entry fee, perform some community service, state will dismiss the charge. That's option one. Option two, so you did say withhold, yes? Mr. Cinco?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. Option two is a withhold of adjudication, which means it's not a formal conviction, but would remain on your record. And court costs. But I am being told that if you're able to obtain a valid license, even that might improve. Of course, you can maintain a plea of not guilty. What would you like to do?
How many hours will it be?
I'm not sure, sir. That's up to them over at the program. Would you like to look into it? And if you don't want to accept it, you can come back.
How much would be otherwise the amount of the fine?
Was there a fine, Mr. Asinko, or is it just court costs?
Was a $100 fine and court costs.
The total is $375.
How much is the court costs?
Court costs are $220. There's a $100 fine. It's a $50 cost of prosecution. And I don't know where the $5 comes from. And a fee for the fee.
How much will it be?
$375.
Okay, I accept.
All right, you tell me you do not want to do the diversion program?
Well, yeah, also, yes, this sounds all right.
All right, well, you have to tell me what you want to do. Because I can't tell you what to do. I can't advise you what to do. I can only present you with your options.
Well, if I choose community service hours, it's also going to be my record?
No,
No.
charge will be dismissed.
Okay.
Is that what you'd like to do?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give you a new court date. If you have signed the contract before then, you do not need to come back. But if you have not signed the contract, you will need to come back on this date. You understand?
Yeah.
What is the next court date? I'm sorry?
January 25th at 8:15.
All right. In order to sign up for the program, you have to go to county probation here in this courthouse on the first floor and ask to sign up for diversion. You understand? All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Next case is Megan Nicole Myers, 21
Oh,
CT.
hold on. Yes, sir, Mr. Rosnico.
I just wanted to say, just so he's aware, it might take a little bit of time for that diversion to get over there, the contract to get over there today. So I didn't want him to not understand when he got there if it wasn't.
All right, please tell him we can't do it today. He'll need to give it a couple of days for it to get into the computers. I'll have to come back. Thank you, Mr. Rosnico.
Thank you.
All right. Ms. Myers? Good morning. Once again, this is 21 CT 51. Ma'am, you're here for a charge of driving on a suspended license. Have you been able to reinstate your driving privileges?
I really do have to get a reinstatement.
All right. State, what happens if this lady comes back with a valid license? Do you have to go to the DMV, or you're saying? Well, I don't know if I have time to have you run out, go to the DMV, and come back. You mean not guilty? Not guilty is your new court date. It's all right. It's all right. But let me ask the state attorney what he'll do if you come back with a license.
Your Honor, I believe her prospects would improve. This is not my case, but her prospects would improve.
Let me put it this way. The other offer is diversion. So I think things would end up well for you if you come back with a license. All right. So let me give you a new court date.
March 22nd at 7.
All right. Come back with license in hand. You should be good to go. All right. Have a nice day.
Good call, Mr. Green.
Yes.
Mr. Green, come back up, please. 21 MM 84.
All right. Mr. Green,
Yes, sir.
did you have a chance to read those documents?
I've been through, but I ain't got the way.
That's all right. We'll go through it all with you. I just need you to go ahead and sign those, please. All right?
Did I say something, sir?
Yes, sir.
Trying to get away from this. She's trying to do this same practice.
Yes, sir.
And God, full, I guess. You know how to school, I hope you did. That one day, everything is the same thing.
Oh, sir, here's the thing. I wish I had the power to tell them what to do. I don't have that power. You've gone down there and applied to see if you can get in there?
I just came out of Mockery. I came over a week ago, but on Saturday, I just came last line. So I'll get it down there.
Let me interrupt you for a second. Miss Woodley, do you know the process for applying to get into St. Matt's? Or someone in your office? Do you think she might, I know he's not officially a client of your office, but do you think maybe you could assist him and make that introduction, see if you could spend just a couple minutes, giving this gentleman the information he needs to do that?
Yes, and that's, it's my again, that's there's ways, so we have resources, not only for the piece that we talked about, but also that those are our questions.
Mr. Green, do you hear what Ms. Woodley's saying? She's an attorney with the Public Defender's Office. And what aside from just providing you with legal advice and help with your case, they have social workers that can help you out with some social programs that might benefit you. Now, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but if you want to apply for the public defender, like I said, Ms. Woodley or one of her colleagues, one of the attorneys, will help you with the criminal case, but they also have a social worker who can work with you and see if they can, point you in the right direction. Would you like to try to do that, or you just want to be done with us today?
I'm actually fair.
Yes, sir.
I think I'm gonna come out with it.
I'm sorry?
I feel about coming out with it.
I'm not sure I understand the question.
He's asking you for your opinion on what you're going to charge or what you're going to do.
That's the catch, sir. I can't tell you what I'm going to do. You're going to have to read the tea leaves of my discussion with the state attorney. But you don't have to have any money in order to have Ms. Woodley and her team help you out. It's up to you, sir. You'd like to have her help you out?
Yes,
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do a provisional appointment at this time, right now. You now have a lawyer, sir. Now, here's the catch. This gentleman doesn't have a phone number. This gentleman does not have a phone number. He doesn't have an address. So we're going to have a little bit of a challenge. getting this done. So perhaps, Mr. Green, if you have a little bit of time, maybe you can wait until Ms. Woodley or her colleague here has a moment to maybe take you upstairs, maybe work with you a little bit today. You can have him fill out an application right now. I'm fairly certain he's going to qualify, but before Mr. Green leaves and we have difficult reaching him.
Yes, I'm here today.
And Ms. Woodley,
Used to walk on my own for the.
and Ms. Woodley, I'm perfectly happy to still resolve this case today. You understand?
Yes.
All right. So,
These are something new.
well, let's wait. We can recall this. Understand? All right. Mr. Green, go ahead and go with Ms. Woodley for a moment. I'll see you in a bit. Oh, no, it's fine. We can do another one.
Your Honor, can we recall case number 21 CT 103, Reynaldo Santos Cortez?
Yes. All right. Sir, did you have a chance to read those plea forms?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any questions about what you read? Now will be the time to ask.
Well, a moment ago, I made a mistake when I was asked if I was guilty.
Okay. Okay. What was the mistake?
When I was asked if I was guilty of what I was being accused, then I pled not guilty, but I'm guilty.
Okay. So you do want to plead guilty?
Ustedes se presentaron la declaración de culpable. Yes.
All right. So I want to be absolutely clear, make sure you understand. You have the right to plead not guilty if you wish. What would you like to do?
Well, if I plead not guilty, what would happen?
I'll give you a new court date.
And if I plead guilty?
Was it a withhold or an adjudication, Mr. Rosenko? This is by the way, it's recalling 21 CT 103.
103. Yeah, it was a diversion or withhold.
All right. You plead guilty. It's a withhold of adjudication, which is not a formal conviction. A fine and court costs. But I'll also remind you, you have the option of signing up for the diversion program, which if you successfully complete it, the state will dismiss the charge entirely. What would you like to do, sir?
And on what days are the service hours?
You have several months to get it done.
Oh, then I'm guilty?
All right. Well, are you saying you're guilty because you want to pay the fine and accept the withhold of adjudication, or are you saying guilty because you want the diversion program?
No, well, I feel I'm guilty because of what I did.
I understand. But which of those two options do you want to accept?
Oh, well, no, I don't want to do the service hours because I don't have transportation to be moving around and I don't know where the service hours would be.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
I just want to make sure I understood what you wanted to do. Have you signed those forms? Please sign.
Here it is, here, and they did work there.
Tu fecha de nacimiento. Fecha de nacimiento.
All right. Sir, would you please raise your right hand?
Levanta la mano derecha, por favor.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, put your hand down, please. I want to make sure that you read and reviewed both these forms. This one is your plea form, which has your rights in a criminal case. Did you read this and understand this form?
Yes.
All right, and this form is called a waiver of counsel. By signing this form, you're telling the court that you understand you have the right to have a lawyer help you, but you're telling me that you do not want a lawyer. Is that correct?
Yes, I have no money.
All right, well, hold on. Are you telling me you have a right to have a lawyer, even if you don't have any money? Would you like to have a lawyer help you?
No.
All right. State, please inquire.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, can I get your full name and date of birth?
Señor, por favor, me da su nombre completo y su dirección. Reinaldo Santos Cortés. December 22nd, 1990.
You have been charged with no valid driver's license, which is a second-degree misdemeanor. Do you understand the maximum for that charge is 60 days in county jail?
You have to answer yes or no, please.
Yes.
To that charge, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Do you understand the terms of the plea agreement?
Yes.
Have you read and signed a copy of the plea form?
Yes.
Do you understand all of the rights listed on that form you'll be giving up by entering this plea today?
Yes.
Are you entering into this plea because you believe it's in your own best interests?
Yes.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
Nobody does that.
No.
Are you taking any medication?
No.
Do you suffer from any mental illnesses?
No. No.
Do you understand that you have the right to an attorney?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you want an attorney and can't afford to hire one, that the court will appoint one to represent you?
Okay.
Mr. Racinko, you there?
Yeah, I heard okay. I didn't know if that was a okay, like yes, I understand, or okay, I wanted an attorney to be appointed.
So do you want a lawyer? Yes or no?
Señor, ¿usted desea tener un abogado, sí o no? Yes.
You do want a lawyer?
¿Usted quiere un abogado? Yes, well, yes, because I have no money to pay for one.
All right, I'm a little confused. It's okay. So you have the right to have a lawyer help you.
Señor, usted tiene el derecho de tener un abogado.
It's a fundamental constitutional right. So even if you cannot afford a lawyer, the court will appoint one of these attorneys who's here with us to help you. So if you want me to do that, I will. However, if you don't want a lawyer, that's fine too. You have the right to represent yourself. But you have to tell me what you want. Do you want a lawyer, yes or no? All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you a new court date. You need to go across the way to the customer service. We already got the plea forms. We'll have to take care of it. Go across the way to the customer service window and fill out an application for the public defender's office. If you qualify, this gentleman or one of his colleagues will be appointed to help you. Okay? All right. All right. Good luck to you, sir. Your next court date will be
March 22nd at 10 a.m.
March 22nd, 10 o'clock. All right. Good luck, sir. Thank you. Who's next, please? Please. Nobody's raising their hand? Yes, sir. No, Aaron, I know you don't need a Spanish interpreter. All right, very good. Thank you. What's that? Nobody else is on Zoom.
Next case, Your Honor, is Green and Madison Boys, 20 CT 2520.
All right. Hold on a moment. Corporal Mello, sir?
You're gonna have to translate.
Did he understood you? Okay. All right. Good morning, ma'am. And very quickly, for everyone else who joined us a little bit later, folks, you're here for arraignment. At arraignment, I'm going to inform you of the charges pending against you, which is what I'm about to do for you, ma'am. If you're here for a charge of a driving offense and you have fixed your driving privileges, let me know right away. You may have a better outcome. Otherwise, I'm going to ask the state attorney what the offer is to resolve your case. If you want to accept the state's plea offer, you can do so by entering a plea of guilty or no contest. Guilty means you admit you committed the offense. No contest means you're not admitting or denying anything. You're simply telling the court you feel it's in your best interest to accept the offer and be done with your case today. Of course, you have certain rights because this is a criminal case. You have the right to be presumed innocent unless proven guilty. Therefore, you can maintain a plea of not guilty, and I'll give you a new court date. As you heard my discussion with the previous gentleman, you have a right to have a lawyer help you with your case. Even if you cannot afford one, the court will provide one if you ask. All right. With that being said, Ms. Boyce, once again, this is 20 CT 2520. Ma'am, you're here for a charge of driving on a suspended license. Have you been able to reinstate your driving privileges?
No, but I am this month. I just started working, so I can get that hopefully for insurance. I got to load everything.
Ma'am, may I ask you to please keep your mask up? Thank you, ma'am. All right, so you need some time to get that done? Very good. State, what will happen if she comes back with a valid license?
The offer would improve, Your Honor.
All right, what's the current offer so she knows where she stands?
Adjudication, $150 fine, court costs, and cost of prosecution.
All right, but it does get better if you come back with a license. So what I'll do is I'll give you a new court date, and the new court date will be?
March the 8th at 9 a.m.
We'll see you then, ma'am. Take care. All right, who's next, please?
Next case is the Heather Reed Kearney, 21 CT 6161.
I think we might have taken care of that. All right, next.
Bobby Lynn McComber, 21 CT 13.
I don't know. All right. Good morning.
Hi.
Doing well. Ma'am, you're here for a charge of driving on a suspended license. Have you been able to reinstate your driving privileges?
No, I got my insurance. I didn't realize that I got new insurance today, and I went to get my license, but I have to get my tag off of my car. And my car is not, I don't have my car any longer, so I have to go get the tag off the car.
Okay, so you got a little bit more to do.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's gonna stay.
All right, state if this lady comes back with a valid license, what happens?
I can't guarantee the attorney assigned to the case won't take alternative action. Currently, his offer is adjudication for $50 fine, court costs and cost of prosecution, but I imagine it would improve if it was fixed.
All right, would you like to come back with a license?
Yes, please.
All right, new court date will be?
March 22nd at 10 a.m.
We'll see you then, ma'am. Take care.
I come to get the paper.
Yes, you just got to sign for your court date. All right, who's next, please?
Next case, Sydney Danielle Edit, 31 CT 81.
Good morning. One moment. There we go. Ma'am, you're here for a charge of driving on a suspended license. Oh, you're okay. You're here for a charge of driving on a suspended license. Have you reinstated your driving privileges? All right. I'll give you 1 moment. State, please check.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, the driver's license is valid.
Okay.
And in 21 CT 81, the state announces a null prize.
Charge been dismissed, ma'am. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Thank you for getting your license fixed. Drive safe.
Next case is Alejandro Sanchez, 21 CT 55.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Doing well, sir. So you're here for a charge of driving on an expired license?
Yes, I'm been waiting since last year, February,
You're still waiting for what?
on, my work permit.
Okay, so you're still working with immigration to try to get that done? Would you like some more time?
Please.
All right. Say if this gentleman can get his driving privileges fixed, what would the state do?
It might improve. The assigned attorney is indicating that he has a significant criminal driving history, and I can't say for sure what action that attorney will take.
Fair enough. All right, sir, I'll give you a chance to see if you can get an improved offer. What is the current offer?
The current offer is adjudication, $300 fine, court costs, and cost of prosecution.
All right. So would you like more time to try to get things worked out with immigration, get your license fixed? Very good. New court date will be?
March 22nd at 10 a.m.
We'll see you then, sir. Thank you.
Next case, Your Honor, gentlemen, has 2 cases, 20 CT 2320, 21 CT 0072.
And who is that?
Edwin Antonio Valley Garcia.
Got it. All right. Good morning, sir. Sir, you're here for a charge of driving on a suspended license. You're also here on a charge of attached tag not assigned to the vehicle and failure to register motor vehicle. Have you reinstated your driving privileges or otherwise registered the vehicle? You have gotten all that done? You got the license on your car? All right, what about your driver's license?
I got my driver's license.
Oh, very good. All right, state, please check.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What about the car?
The car is not finished paid at all, so.
Okay. All right, let's do it one matter at a time. All right, someone who's signed in under the name Greg, can you please unmute? What is your name, please? Can you hear me? Somebody signed in under the name Greg. Can you hear me?
Possibly Gregory, kind of, 20
Hello, can you hear me? All right, I'll try again in a minute.
Your Honor, his driver's license is fixed.
All right, so let's address the DWLS case first, which is 20 CT 2320.
Your Honor, in 20 CT 2320, the state announces a null pros.
All right, so that charge has been dropped. All right, so do you think you can get the vehicle registered?
I have not finished paying the vehicle. I was not buy a vehicle.
All right, so you don't think you can bother getting that done? All right, what's the offer on the case then, state?
The offer on the case is to count one, attached tag not assigned is withhold $150 fine, court cost of prosecution. Count two, no registration, withhold $150 fine, court costs and cost of prosecution.
All right, sir. You can accept that offer at this time, or you can reject that offer. What would you like to do? Very good. Can we give this gentleman a plea form and a waiver of counsel? So I'm gonna have you read those forms real quick, and I'll call you back in just a moment, all right? All right, who's next?
Next case, Your Honor, is Jamila A. Carrasco, 20 CT 2486.
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, you're here for a charge of driving without a valid license?
Yes.
State, what is the offer, please?
Your Honor, the offer is diversion or withhold court costs and cost of prosecution.
Ma'am, how old are you? You're 17. Do you have a mother or father present or a legal guardian? All right. I can't really go forward with your case, ma'am, without a parent with you.
My mother is deceased and I don't live with my father.
Okay, do you have a legal guardian?
So he is my father, but he works.
All right. Well, who do you live with?
My older brother.
Live with your brother? How old is he? All right, but he's not here today? All right. State, thoughts? Are you able to get a license? Do you think you can get a driver's license? You think you can? All right. Your brother could maybe help you out and get you there to the DMV and everything?
No, it's on my way.
Okay.
If the defendant would be able to get it fixed or have a learner's permit, we would drop the case. So
You want to try to get a license? All right. All right, here's what I can do. Let me give you another court date. And that's going to be on.
March 15th and then the.
All right. So what I'm going to ask you to do is come back with your brother. All right. If your dad can't be here with you on that date, come back with your brother. So at least, you've got an adult with you who can, it's important that we have an adult with you who can help speak for you in case you need any help. All right. All right. But in the meantime, try to get a license between now and then. All right. Stay safe. All right. Take care of yourself.
Next case, Your Honor, is Jerome Devon Tenor, 20 CP 2163.
I'm sorry. May I get your last name again, please?
Tenor, THNOR.
There you go. All right. Once again, 20 CT 2163. Good morning, sir. Doing well, sir.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, it cut out. 216. What was the last?
2163, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So you're here for a charge of driving on a suspended license. Have you been able to reinstate your driving privileges?
I'm actually waiting for this to clear, citations for here.
Okay.
I have to reinstate the county.
All right.
And they haven't received it yet, because I paid it online. So I was on that. Once they're done.
So you're like this close.
Yeah. I just need to reinstate it, that's all. They haven't get the finish.
All right. Would you like some time to get your license fixed?
Yes, sir.
All right. And state if this gentleman comes back with a license, what happens?
Your Honor, the attorney on the case is indicating they would be willing to amend the charge to a no valid driver's license.
All right. So it does get better. All right. Let me give you a new court date of.
March 25th and then the.
All right. We'll see you then, sir. Take care. All right.
Next case, Your Honor, is Julio Rafael Beltran, 21 CP 301.
Good morning. So you're here for a charge of driving without a valid license? Have you been able to obtain a license? Have you been able to get a license? All right, state what is the offer?
Your Honor, the offer is diversion or withhold $100 fine, court costs, and cost of prosecution.
All right. Did you hear my conversations with the other folks about diversion?
Yes.
Okay, what would you like to do?
I'll try to pull it.
You're gonna try the program? All right, let me give you a new court date, which will be,
February 25th.
all right, if you sign the contract, you don't have to come back, but if you have not signed that contract, you must be here February 25th at 8:15. All right? Do you hear where you need to go to sign up? Right here on the first floor, go to the county probation office, tell them you want to sign up for diversion, okay? Good luck to you, sir. Take care. Thank you.
Next case, Your Honor, is Gary B. Helper, 21 CT 84.
Good afternoon, sir. Good morning, sir. Still morning. So you're here for a charge of leaving the scene of a crash. State, what is the offer?
Adjudication, $250 fine, 6 months probation, May early term at 4 months, 12-hour drivement improvement class, order of reserve restitution, court costs and cost of prosecution.
All right. So, sir, that's the plea offer. You can accept that today by entering a plea of either guilty or no contest, or you can reject that offer and we can set this for another court date. I remind you have the right to have an attorney represent you. What would you like to do? All right, very good. New court date will be?
March 22nd at 10 a.m.
We'll see you then, sir. Take care. You too. Get the time for your court date, please. Next case, please.
Your Honor, this is like an add-on to my docket.
Okay.
Last name is Francois, 20 MM 1364.
Oh, okay. Nope, I've got her on my docket.
Yeah, but it was two separate ones.
It's an 815, yes. This is 20 mm 1364, Mr. Racinko.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This is Francois, good morning. All right. Ma'am, you're here for a charge of possession of marijuana. And it looks like you had opted for diversion, but it did not quite work out. So you had to come back. Is that right? All right, so state what is the offer, please?
1 moment, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, the offer is withhold 6 month probation, shell term upon completion of conditions, substance abuse evaluation, file recommendations, random testing, court costs, and costs of prosecution.
So, ma'am, at this point, you can accept that offer if you wish by pleading guilty or no contest, or you can get another court date. And I would remind you of the right to have an attorney represent you in this matter. What would you like to do?
I have proof of the INCIDENTAL that I've been.
You did finish everything? May I see it, please? Say I'm seeing completion of, it looks like 15 hours of community service. And it does appear signed off by the City of Oakland Park.
I don't have all the terms of the diversion right now in front of me.
All right.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know what was the reason the defendant failed out.
For not getting the. She was 1 hour short. This is 15. Is it 16? 4.5 plus 4.5. I'm not good at math. But 4.5 plus 4.5 is 9. Plus 6 is 15. 9 plus 6 is 15. They said you had to do 16. One short. That being said, state she's one short. What would you like to do? That's the only reason why diversion was unsuccessful.
1 moment, Your Honor, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
I wasn't mocking you. I really am bad at math. State, while you're looking at that, let me just address this gentleman on Zoom, make sure I know who's here. I have a gentleman signed in under the name Greg. Who are you, sir?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can.
Yes, Greg Panis.
All right. Give me one moment, sir. I'll be right with you, okay?
Thank you.
Mr. Singer, you're still muted.
My apologies, Your Honor.
No problem.
At this time, we would need the defendant to come into our office so we could make a copy of the documentation she has. So we would need a new court date to allow her time to do that.
Ma'am, can you please scan this to my clerk? Can you scan it?
And then this way we could verify it as well.
All right. All right. Would you like me to reset this for another arraignment docket so you can verify? Ma'am, where do you live? On the East Coast? You live in Broward County? You live around Oakland Park, that area? It's just the back page. Yeah. top page is just a fax. Oh, actually, before you scan it, let me just see it real quick. Let me see that top page. This was sent to probation on December 30th. They should already have it. You faxed it to probation back then?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's make this easy. Ma'am, why don't you have a seat for a moment? Let's go ahead and see if we can get Mr. Cruz over here real quick. Let me ask him. No offense, Mr. Rosenko, but asking this lady to come, all the way back from the East Coast for one community service hour, I'd rather just make a decision today, one way or the other.
I understand. I have protocols I need to follow as well.
Okay. Ma'am, have a seat for just a moment. We're going to get someone from county probation over to see what we can do about this, okay? All right. All right, let me go ahead and address this gentleman real quick. All right, Mr. Panis? This is Greg Panis.
Yeah.
All right, 20 CT 2599. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Doing well, sir. So you're here for a charge of attaching a tag not assigned to the vehicle.
Yeah.
Is there a plea offer on this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor. The plea offer is adjudication, $150 fine, court costs, and cost of prosecution.
All right. Sir, have you gotten the registration fixed on the vehicle?
I'm sorry, sir?
Have you fixed the registration on the vehicle?
Well, like when I explained it to the officer when she pulled me over in Montana, this car, I was doing some work in Florida.
Okay.
And I bought a used van in Florida. Was delivered to me.
Sir, listen, I don't need to hear the whole story at this point.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not trying to be rude, but this is just not the time to really address all of that.
Oh, okay.
I just need to know if you properly registered the vehicle in Florida.
I live in Montana.
Live in Montana. Okay. Is the vehicle properly registered in Montana?
It's been in the process.
All right.
It's sent in, and then they send it back to you. The tag I had was a permanent tag, which is going to be transferred.
I see. All right.
I'm sorry, just one quick thing, Your Honor. The title from the dealership that I bought the car from, the reason this was a holdup was because I didn't receive the title for 5 weeks.
I understand.
Okay.
All right. So let me state this: if this gentleman can show proof that the vehicle is properly registered in his home state, what would the state do?
The attorney is indicating that they would no process
All right.
the charge.
All right. So, Mr. Panis, the state's going to drop the charge as long as the state's going to drop the charge if you can register your vehicle properly.
Yes, it's in the process, Your Honor.
All right. Would you like some time to get that done?
Yes, I could. Would I email or fax that to somebody?
Good question. What you can do is you can file it with the clerk of court.
I'm sorry?
You can file it with the clerk of court.
Okay.
All right. You go to collierclerk.com.
I'm sorry, Collier?
collierclerk.com.
Okay.
And on that website, we'll have the contact information that you'll need in order to file that document into this court case.
Okay.
And this court case number is 20 CT 2599.
Okay.
2020 CT 2599. If you file that document showing proof that the vehicle is properly registered at your next court date, the state's telling me they're going to, hold on. The state's telling me that they're going to dismiss the charge, okay?
Okay.
All right, your next court date is March 1st at 9 o'clock. In the meantime, before I let you go, sir, let me just confirm your address because we're going to mail this notice to you.
Oh, okay.
Your address, I've got 1001 South Main Street. Is that correct?
Yes.
Suite 149?
I'm sorry?
Suite 149?
Yes.
All right. We will send you notice of your next court date for March 1st. Just get that done, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm sorry?
I said have a good day.
Okay, thank you.
Take care, sir.
Bye. Bye now.
Bye.
Next case, Your Honor, is Giovanni Daniel Dominguez, 21 CT 35.
Okay. Good morning, sir. Doing well, sir. How are you? You received a citation alleging that you were driving a motor vehicle that's outside your classification. So it looks like you were driving a truck too big as you don't have a CDL license.
Yeah, but that same day I went to the DMV and they told me I didn't need it. And I have the paperwork here.
Let me see what you got.
There you go. I have writing down what my truck weighs, what the trailer weighs.
So you just have a big pickup truck.
Pickup truck, yeah.
All right.
And,
State?
I circled A on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And if it says anything above 8,000, the weight of 8,000 is when you do the GVWR with the trailer GVWR.
Right.
And my truck weighs 6,800 pounds.
How did you weigh your truck?
My dad, he has a weigh station.
Oh, okay. Mr. Rosinko?
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you want to do? This gentleman's saying that he believes that his truck does not qualify under this. Does the state want to proceed on the charge?
The sworn statement from the police officer indicated that he was over. Again, this is it would be.
I just need to know whether or not the state is intending.
Yes. I don't have anything beyond what the officer gave me in the file.
All right. So, sir, this is exactly what trials are for. The state's going to have to prove that your vehicle weighed too much, and and that you didn't have the proper classification for that weight vehicle. Would you like to plead not guilty, and we'll get this case heading towards a trial? They're going to have to prove that that the vehicle was in that classification.
All right. And what if I just plead no contest?
What's the offer state?
The offer is a withhold $150 fine, court costs, and cost of prosecution.
What would you like to do?
Let's have another court date. And you want me to bring in a piece of paper with the weight of my truck?
Sir, I can't tell you how to defend your case. The state has to prove your case beyond a reasonable doubt. If you have proof to the contrary, bring it with you. But not, your next court date is going to be a what?
March the 4th at 9 a.m.
For what type of court appearance? It's a set for pretrial. We're not saying this wouldn't be a non-jury. I think it's better to set this on a non-jury docket. And sir, if you are going to challenge this at a trial, you might want to consider getting an attorney to help you with it. Okay? That's up. It's up to you. But yes, ma'am.
March 8th at 1:30.
All right. What we do is we set this for a pretrial for what's called a non-jury trial, a bench trial. All right. And the reason I'm doing that is that if you want a trial, from that court date, we can probably set it. But right now, we're having some difficulties getting panels of jurors in with the pandemic. But we can do bench trials, meaning the judge is the one who decides the case. So if you want to go that route, you can and have a judge decide your case. If you want a jury, that's fine, but it may take us some time to get a jury trial. And that's when you're going to have to decide, all right? But your next court date is March 8th.
Do you want it for a non-jury trial or a non-jury pretrial?
Non-jury pretrial.
So it's March 8th at 9 a.m.
March 8th at 9 o'clock.
I want to just pay it already.
150 fine plus.
220.
Yep. 150 plus 220 plus is 420 plus apparently the fee for the fine.
It's a 5% filing with a court registry fine.
Okay. Plus an extra $7.50.
Yeah, what would I pay that to?
So $427.50. You pay that to the clerk of court.
Do I just go online and?
Do you want to do that, or do you want to challenge this at a trial?
I'll just pay it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. What I need you to do, sir, is take a plea form and a waiver of counsel, read those carefully. Now, this is a criminal charge. We'll make sure you understand that. Read those carefully. Those are your rights. If you still want to proceed with the plea, we'll do so in a minute, okay? All right, thank you.
Your Honor, can we recall Ms. Francois?
Yes, please. Mr. Cruz, thank you for coming down. I appreciate it. All right, Mr. Rasinga, Mr. Cruz is present in the courtroom.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sir, I appreciate you coming down. This lady did drive over from Oakland Park from Broward County. She showed me a document showing that she had faxed over her community service hours to probation back in December. And she was 1 hour short. Was there any other basis for her unsuccessful completion of diversion?
The only basis for the unsuccessful completion was the community service hours. I explained to her when I talked to her on the phone that somehow we didn't get it.
Okay.
Which is why I had to do the
right.
successful termination. Now, today she showed the sheet this was an hour short.
Right. All right.
That's
so
all I can testify to.
All right. So, Mr. Rasenko, I've got, but you reviewed it. You feel comfortable that is a legit confirmation that 15 hours were done, not 16 but 15.
Correct.
Okay. So Mr. Cruz would be comfortable accepting that 15 hours were done, Mr. Rasenko. What would you like to do?
Thank you, Your Honor.
And that probation just had not received that, which is why they had to terminate as unsuccessful.
Okay, thank you for the explanation.
Yes, sir.
In case number 20 MM 1364, the state announces a null pros.
Very good. Mr. Cruz, thank you for your time, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ma'am, you're free to go. The case has been dismissed. Mr. Rasenko, good job.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right.
Did we do Mr. Dominion?
Did we?
You doing Daniel Dominion?
He was doing his super.
Okay.
Elizabeth Rodriguez, 21 CP 131.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Ma'am, you're here for a charge of driving without a valid license. State, what is the offer?
Your Honor, the offer is withhold and costs.
All right. Ma'am, can you obtain a license?
I can get it.
Can you get a license?
Yes.
You can. Do you have one now? Okay. Mr. Rasenko, if this lady can go get a license, what would you do?
I am not the attorney assigned to this case. I imagine the offer would improve, but I cannot, I can't guarantee this attorney wouldn't take alternative action.
Okay. Would you like to try to go get the license? All right. Let me give you a new court date.
March 22nd at 10 a.m.
All right. We'll see you then, ma'am. Sign up for your court date. Thank you.
Next case, Your Honor, is Nidra Bromkahal, 21 CT 67. Sorry if I mispronounced.
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, you're here for a charge of driving under the influence, and it appears it does have the enhancement of a blood or breath alcohol level above a 0.15. I'm going to ask the state attorney what the offer is, and then we'll talk about your options, okay? Go ahead, Steve.
Your Honor, my apologies. I got 21 CT 67 and I didn't get the last numbers.
That's it.
Oh, okay. My apologies. There was noise.
There were no more numbers.
Thank you.
Yep.
Your Honor, the offer is adjudication, $1,000 fine, court costs, 12 months probation, no ET, 12 months driver's license suspension, DUI, substance abuse evaluation, follow recommendations and random testing, no alcohol, 10-day vehicle impound, 50 community service hours, victim impact panel, 6-month interlock, and costs.
So, ma'am, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of that is mandatory upon a conviction for this type of offense, but those are a lot of terms. Would you like to have an attorney represent you in this matter? You cannot afford an attorney? Well, let me tell you something. You have the right to have a lawyer help you, even if you have no money. All right, if you have no money, you can apply for the public defender's office, and if you qualify, then one of these attorneys here can represent you and help you with your case, even if you have no money whatsoever. Would you like to have a lawyer help you? All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give you a new court date, but before you leave the building, if you'd like to have a lawyer help you, go across the hallway to the customer service window and ask for an application for the public defender. All right, fill that out, and as long as you qualify, one of these attorneys will be appointed to help you going forward, okay? What's that? They'll tell you if you qualify, and then you'll have to make an appointment to speak with a public defender. Ms. Woodley, would you give her one of your cards, please? There you go. And new court date will be?
March 25th at 9 a.m.
March 25th at 9 o'clock. Fill out that application before you leave the building, okay? Thank you, ma'am. Good luck to you. All right, next, please.
Next case, Your Honor, is Anthony Robert Brito. Got two cases, 21 CT 53, 21 MM 48.
Good morning. All right, let's see. So you're here for the following charges. You have one count of driving on a suspended license, one count of resisting an officer without violence, and it looks like the public defender's office has been appointed on this case. He applied yesterday. There has been on the MM case. Let me take a look at the CT. Oh, the state, you can proceed on citation on the CT. Now, are these the same date? Let's see. January 7th and all right. So quick thing. Both of these cases arose from the same event. The application only applied to one case, but he did qualify. So I'd like to have an order, please, appointing you on the CT case as well. So that being said, what would you all like to do? Very good. So do I still need to do an order? Yes.
I don't believe this is still an application for reset. We'll be able to contact the application first.
Fair enough. So, sir, one of these folks is going to be your lawyer. They're excellent lawyers, but they've only been assigned to your case for less than 24 hours. So they need a little bit of time to work on your case, look at the evidence, and talk to you about it. So we're going to give you a new court date of?
Does it make a difference if I got my license?
Maybe, but that's something you need to talk to your lawyer about, okay?
We also have a situation, Your Honor, where it's two different judges. One is Judge Provost and one is you.
All right, state, which we need to move one of the two cases. I clearly have no preference. What would you like to do? Yep.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what was being said.
The MM case is assigned to me. The CT case is assigned to Judge Provost. The CT case should probably be assigned to me because the MM is a lower case number.
Yeah, that's no objection, Your Honor.
All right, so let's do that.
The next court date will be March the 4th at 9 a.m.
All right.
March 4th?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you then, sir.
Next case, Your Honor, is Dorian Sandy Lee Santiago, 21 CT 285.
Good morning. All right. Ma'am, you're here for a charge of driving without a valid license.
Yes.
Are you able to get a license?
Yes, I can. I'm in a golf studio right now.
All right. I like your mask. Go Knowles. State, if this lady can get a license, what are you gonna do?
The offer would improve.
All right. So would you like some time to get your license?
Yes.
All right. New court date will be?
1 minute. It will be March the 8th at 9 a.m.
All right, March 8th at 9 o'clock.
And if I could just have them all before you call the next person.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, hold on. I said yes.
Thank you.
Is this gentleman ready to, sir, are you ready to resolve your case?
Yes.
All right, hold on just one moment. When she's ready, I'll call you back up, okay?
More people want
All right. Ready to go? All right. All right, sir, come back up. And I'm sorry, what was your name again, please? Giovanni
Dominguez,
Dominguez. Thank you, sir.
and I decided that I was gonna go to court for it.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me give you a new court date. And I'm sorry, the case number once again is, give me 1 second. All right, click that off. All right, Mr. Dominguez's case is 21 CT35. I'll give you that new court date,
March the 4th at 9 a.m.
March 4th, 9 o'clock. Okay, sir? All right, thank you. Good luck to you. Stay safe.
Next case is Charles Randall Marinette, 21 MM 61.
Good morning, sir. Sir, you're here for a charge of petty theft?
Yeah.
All right, well, hold on. State, what is the offer, please?
Your Honor, the offer is adjudication, 30 days jail, credit time served, no trespass at Walmart, 431 Tamiami Trail East, court costs and costs of prosecution.
All right, so the offer is 30 days jail. Would you like to accept that offer today, or would you like to get a new court date? Would you like to have an attorney represent you?
I'm working on getting it from this week.
All right, you're gonna hire a private attorney?
Yes.
Very good. So let me give you no court date so you can come back with your lawyer, okay?
I need a new address for,
2829
okay,
Shoreview Drive.
I'm sorry?
Shoreview Drive.
Shoreview Drive.
Well, one word or two.
This one.
Shoreview Drive, okay, and it's Naples and the zip code?
3411. Bay Shore.
Let's double check that. Give me that address one more time, please. Number?
We have a 2829 Shoreview Drive.
All right. It's very important we have a good address for you, sir, because with the pandemic and everything, sometimes we have to change our court dates around. And if you don't get notice of a new court date, you end up with a bench warrant, right?
There's my address. The bonds family.
Good.
On my phone, I got it hacked.
All right. That's as I said, we just want to make sure we can keep in touch with you and make sure you know when you have to be here. All right. And it's 34112.
Okay, thank you.
All right. New court date will be?
It will be March 31st at 1:30.
We'll see you then, sir. At 1:30 for a pretrial?
For a pretrial with Judge McCall.
Okay.
Next case, Your Honor, is Bronte Delaford Baker, 21 CT 148.
Okay. Good morning. So you're here for a charge of driving on a suspended license. Have you been able to reinstate your driving privileges? You have. Very good. State, would you please check into that for me?
Yes, Your Honor.
My watch is reminding me to breathe. The watch was telling me to breathe.
Oh,
The folks at Apple have decided I don't breathe enough. Very good. Let Tim Cook know that I breathe.
I'm sure you did.
Okay.
No,
We have a couple on the 130. We have a couple motions. I thought you'd be happy.
oh,
There you go. You look happy. You actually need to tone it down a little bit. This giddiness is going to be a little bit too much. Mr. Cinco?
Yes, Your Honor. The driver's license is valid.
Okay.
In 21 CT 148, the state will announce an old process.
So the charge has been dismissed. Thank you for getting that fixed. Stay safe, take care, all right? Who's next, please?
Next case, Your Honor, is Teray Rashad Bones, 20 CT 400.
Good morning, sir.
How you doing, sir?
Doing well, sir. How are you? So you're here for a charge of driving on a suspended license?
Yes, sir.
Have you been able to reinstate your driving privileges?
I got 2 tickets paid, I got one ticket up, and I got a child support before I get my license.
All right, so you have a bit left to do.
Yeah.
Would you like some more time to get all that done? Very good. All right, can you get another court date, please?
Yes, sir, that'll be March 25th at 9 a.m.
We'll see you then, sir. Stay safe, all right? Take care.
Next case, Your Honor, is Blandy Marley Augusta, 20 CT 1812.
Good morning, sir. Sir, you're here for a charge of driving on a suspended license and a charge of DUI. I'm going to ask the state what the offer is in your case, and then we'll talk about your options, okay? All right, state, go ahead. No, hold on. Stay there. Sorry, I was talking to the state attorney.
Thank you, Your Honor. To count 1 DUI, adjudication, $500 fine, court costs, 12 months probation, 6 months driver's license suspension, DUI school, substance abuse evaluation, file recommendations, random testing, no alcohol, 50 community service hours, no buyout, victim impact panel, 10-day vehicle impound.
All right, so those are all the terms. And that was on count 1. What about
count 1? And then count 2, DWLSR is withhold, $150 fine, court costs, and cost of prosecution.
All right, give me just a moment here. All right, so sir, as you heard, there's a lot of stuff there. Would you like to talk to an attorney about this before you go forward with this case? You don't want a lawyer. All right. Do you want to accept the state's plea offer, or do you want to get another court date? I'm sorry?
New court date.
New court date. All right. Next court date will be?
It'll be March the 4th at 9 a.m.
Okay, we'll see you then, sir.
Next case, Your Honor, is Emery Kunte, 21 CT 86.
Good morning.
Good morning, Honor.
Sir, you're here for a charge of driving on an expired license. Have you been able to get a valid license?
Not yet, still working on my immigration process, that's why I'm gonna need time to get.
All right. No problem. Let me give you a little bit of time. Next court date will be?
March the 29th at 9 a.m.
All right, we'll see you then, sir. Thank you.
Next case, Your Honor, is Naomi Mares, 21 MM 75. And then last will be 2 gentlemen.
All right. Good morning, ma'am. You are here for a charge of possession of alcohol by a person under 21 years of age. State, what's the offer?
Your Honor, the offer is diversion or withhold $150 fine, court cost of prosecution.
All right. How old are you?
I'm 19.
You're 19. All right. All right. So did you hear my discussions with the other folks about what diversion is versus the other options?
This is actually my first time using the before.
Let me talk about your options, okay? So option number one is a program called diversion. It's what we offer to people like yourself. You have first-time offenders. If you sign up for the program, you pay an entry fee, do some community service hours, you get everything done, the state just drops the charge. All right, that's option one. Option two is you can enter a plea of either guilty or no contest, and you get what's called a withhold of adjudication, which is not a formal conviction, but does go on your record. Was it a $100 fine, sir?
$150 fine, Your Honor.
$150 fine plus costs, which comes to about $470 some odd dollars. All right. Or you can, of course, maintain a plea of not guilty, and we can give you a new court date. What would you like to do?
Not guilty.
Very good. Are you going to hire a lawyer to help you? Well, even if you can't have, you'll probably sign up for diversion. All right. So let's do this. Your new court date is?
This year, or MM75.
This is MM75, yes.
The new court date will be February 25th.
All right. If you want to go over to county probation and sign up for diversion, as long as you do that before the 25th, you sign that contract, you do not have to come back. But if you have not signed that contract, come back on the 25th, okay? All right. Good luck to you, ma'am. Take care. All right. The gentleman in the black shirt first.
That is Edwin Antonio Valley Garcia.
All right. The CT case was, I'm sorry, the DWLS case was dismissed. And so we're dealing with 21 CT 7-2. Sir, did you have a chance to read those forms?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any questions before we begin?
Cite my options.
All right. Go ahead and ask your question.
I was unfamiliar with this second offense. That's why
They're basically, it's basically two sides of the same coin. One of the counts is, you're driving a vehicle without having it properly registered. All right, that's one offense. The other one is you're alleged to have stuck a tag that doesn't belong on the vehicle. Those are the two charges. Do you want to plead to those charges?
Yes.
All right. You've read those forms, yes? Do you have any questions about your rights before we get started? All right. I need you to make sure you sign them, please. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Now put your hand down, please. State attorney's going to ask you a few questions. Go ahead, Mr. Rosico.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, can I please get your full name and date of birth?
Edwin Antonio Valley Garcia.
Sir, you have been.
Could you hear him okay?
I thought I heard him say his.
Right. He did.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Sir, you've been charged with 2 counts. Count 1, attached tag not assigned. Count 2, no registration. Both counts are second-degree misdemeanors. Do you understand the maximum for those charges? 60 days in county jail.
He said yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. To that charge, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Very good. All right.
Do you understand the terms of the plea agreement?
Yes.
Have you read and signed a copy of the plea form?
Yes.
Do you understand all of the rights listed on that form you'll be giving up by entering this plea today?
Yes.
Are you entering into this plea because you believe it's in your own best interests? Are you currently under the influence of any drugs or alcohol? Are you taking any medication? Do you suffer from any mental illnesses? Do you understand that you have the right to an attorney? Do you understand that if you want an attorney and cannot afford to hire one, one will be appointed to represent you? Knowing that, do you still wish to proceed today without an attorney? Do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, you may be subjected to removal or deportation as a result of this plea? Do you understand that if you're deported as a result of this case, it will not be the basis to withdraw this plea? Do you need any additional time to discuss any of this with counsel? Your Honor, the state tenders the plea.
All right. All right, I've reviewed the citations. I do find that I'm sorry, there's also a booking sheet. I reviewed the booking sheet and I find that there is sufficient factual basis and venue. I've considered the colloquy and find the plea to be freely, knowingly, and voluntarily entered. Therefore, I will accept the plea and impose sentence as follows. Starting with count 1 for the charge of attaching a tag not assigned to the vehicle, withhold of adjudication, $150 fine, $220 in court costs, $50 cost of prosecution. Count 2, failure to register motor vehicle, withhold adjudication, $150 fine, composite costs, 90 days to pay, please. So you got 90 days to take care of all that. If you can't get it done in 90 days, you can work out a payment plan with the clerk of courts. Because if you don't get it paid or have that payment plan, they're going to suspend your driver's license again. So don't do that, okay? Good luck to you, sir. Did I really see a little mini thing a moment ago?
Yeah.
All right.
Last but not least, sir, recalling Mr. Green.
All right.
21 MM 84.
All right, Ms. Woodley.
I think it's going first day, like entering into the court and asking the judge for his benefit. And as far as referring to it,
I'm sorry?
I also think you have helping out.
All right, so you don't need an appointment in order to help him with that. Very good. Has this gentleman, sir, have you reviewed a plea form and a waiver of counsel?
He did, sir. That's the one I destroyed.
Oh, right. Okay. Thank you. So in a moment, I just need you to go ahead and sign these documents, and then we'll have a conversation. But in the meantime, I want you to go ahead and raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right, go ahead and put your hand down, please. State, he's going to have a chance to sign the plea form in just a moment. If you want to go ahead and start the call, please go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, can I please get your full name and date of birth?
Ralph Green, 10/12/51, sir.
Okay.
You have been charged with possession of paraphernalia, which is a first-degree misdemeanor. Do you understand that the maximum for that is 1 year in county jail?
Hold on, he's signing the plea forms. Do we have a pen there? Please. Thank you. All right, State, please continue.
Did he answer yes to the second question of the maximum?
Sir, the maximum penalty for this offense is 1 year in the county jail. Do you understand that?
I understand what you said, yes.
Yes. Okay.
To that charge, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Do you understand the terms of the plea agreement? Or
There is no plea agreement.
plea
This is
form.
everything. Do you understand the rights in your plea form, sir? All right.
Have you read and signed a copy of the plea form?
Did you sign the paper that we handed to you, sir?
Yeah.
It was given to me. Did you sign it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you understand all the rights listed on that form you'll be giving up by entering this plea today?
Yes, sir.
Are you entering into this plea because you believe it's in your own best interests?
Most likely, sir.
Are you
Yep.
currently
Sir?
He said most likely. Go ahead.
are you currently under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
No, I was a little drinking on last night, you know, early.
Are you still feeling the effects of that? Or are you clear-headed this morning?
You know, I was kind of tired. I ain't had no rest about 2 or 3 days.
All right. But the alcohol, are you okay? Do you know what you're doing here today?
Pretty much.
All right. Do you understand what we're going to do right now once we're done with this plea colloquy? That I'm going to go ahead and impose a sentence. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that I can do anything from the minimum penalty to the maximum penalty.
Yes, sir.
Minimum being you walk out the door today with basically a financial penalty. Maximum is a year in the county jail. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Go ahead.
Are you taking any medication, sir?
No, sir, not at the present time, sir.
Do you suffer from any mental illnesses?
Although, by the time when I go drink a little bit, I get like, what would you call it? Like a little dizzy or something like that.
You're a little dizzy when you drink too much?
Yes, sir.
You feeling that right now?
I'm really tired, you know.
He's just really tired. Go ahead, sir.
Have you discussed the terms of the plea form and the rights you're giving up with your attorney?
Well, he's technically not represented. The public defender's office.
Oh, I thought they were appointed. Okay.
They were just assisting him with one of their advisors to help him get towards St. Matt's house.
Okay. Do you understand that you have the right to an attorney, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that if you want an attorney and cannot afford to hire one, the court will appoint one to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Knowing that, do you still wish to proceed today without an attorney?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, you may be subjected to removal or deportation as a result of this plea?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that if you're deported as a result of this case, it will not be the basis to withdraw this plea?
Yes, sir.
Do you need any additional time to discuss any of this with counsel?
No, sir.
Your Honor, the state tenders the plea.
All right. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find that there is a sufficient factual basis in venue. I've considered the colloquy and find the plea to be freely, knowingly, and voluntarily entered. Therefore, I will accept the plea. And I'm going to impose sentence as follows: adjudication of guilt, time served, court costs. All right. We'll give you 90 days to pay. You'll need to get your fingerprints taken. Sir, I hope that the public defender's office is helpful in getting you heading towards St. Matt's house. You're going to be free to go. I hope you can get to St. Matt's house. I hope you can get, improve your life a little bit, find a place to live, get things better for you, okay? Good luck to you, sir. Take care of yourself, all right?
Thank you very much, sir.
Good luck to you, sir. Take care, all right? Yep, we're good. I'm sorry, a $50 cost of prosecution. That is required. It's on there, but I didn't say it, but $50 cost of prosecution. You were right. It's supposed to be there. I just didn't say it. All right, we have to go ahead and address the no-shows. Ms. Woodley, thank you for helping that gentleman out with, getting him with your why can't I say the word? Social worker. Thank you, Rio. All right. Yes, ma'am. This afternoon, yes? All right. All right, we've got James. Are you ready to go?
Oh, yes.
Okay. James Lee Allen, 21 CT. 89. I'm just making sure there were no other public defender cases before I let them walk out the door. All right, 21 CT 89. All right, failed register of motor vehicle. Attached tag not assigned.
Judge, can I ask you one
Yes, sir. What's up?
Maybe I'm not asking about policy, but you recognize that.
Yes, sir.
You know, I told the whole time. I told my gosh, little guy the boat. That's each them was good, that's the only foundation. God, I'm rich. Thanks, sir.
You're welcome, sir. Take care of yourself, all right?
Your Honor, I'm going to make a
Yes, sir. Take care. Good luck to you, Mr. Green. All right. Let's see. Oh, he did bond. All right. So let's see. He bonded on looks like January 11th. Posted $100 bond on one count and $100 bond on the other count. Was there a notice to appear given? Where's the notice? Am I missing something? Oh, there it is. It's on the bond paperwork. He signed for today at 8:30. It is now 11:11. State?
Your Honor, the state would request a bench warrant.
All right. Original bond, sorry, actually, real bond was $500 on each count, I believe. Bench warrant $1,000 per count. All right. Lysandra Andrea Alvarez, 20 CT 2606. Then it was not present at the last court date when it was reset for today. It was returned undeliverable. The address that it was sent to says not deliverable as addressed. So as far as USPS is concerned, that address doesn't exist. Sent to 4701 US Highway 441. So the driving record. Lot number 26. Okay, show me.
Just a moment ago, got an email about Mr. Allen, 20 minutes after the court. Just got an email about it.
Did I just do the bench warrant on that?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, let's keep going. Hold on to that. If you already did the warrant in the system.
I get paid completed in the print.
All right, let's keep going. I'm not waiting around 20 minutes, but we'll give him a new court date. All right. Just hold on to that for me so I can do an order setting aside. Thank you. All right. So going back to Miss Alvarez. All right. The address we have is no good. State.
The state would request a bench warrant then.
All right. Bench warrant, R warrant. Philip Anthony Oust, 21 CT 87. Letter registered motor vehicle. Notice to appear was sent but returned as undeliverable.
Your Honor, this he also has a lower case number with Judge Adams.
Okay. So you want to reassign this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's reassign this to Judge Adams, please. And then 923 Jetcott Street. We sent this to the address that is, oh, we sent it to the wrong address. We sent it to Jetcott Street. It is Jeffcott Street. 2 F's, not 2 T's. Can we renotice, please? Well, let's renotice it for another arraignment, please.
Oh,
Go ahead and reassign it to Judge Adams, but let's reset it for, can we put on the 25th?
yeah, February 25th at 8:30. Before I hit OK, what is the first address?
It's JEFF, JETT, Jeff Cut.
And it's Fort Myers.
2303 Jeff Cott Street, Fort Myers, Florida, 33901. No, I'm good. All right, you good? Yes, okay. Sherry Lynn Austin, 21 CT 58.
Your Honor, that was Noel Cross. Somehow, something happened to the no,
No problem.
no Cross. It was emergency filed this morning.
All right, so is it still on your docket?
Yeah,
State announces an old process. Okay, no problem. You ready? Hold on, I need coffee. 21 CT 105. Gustavo Chavez Morales. Oh, we took care of that case. All right, moving on. Joshua Eugene Crump, 21 MM52. Oh, well, how'd that slip through? All right, not guilty plea being entered. Set it on a next court date, which will be.
Well, once I get the information.
Oh no, that's why it's still in the docket. So the information's been filed. Sadie, you asking for a continuance?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, 1 or 2 weeks. Is the defendant in custody?
Doesn't appear.
Okay.
Can we just continue it for a week, Your Honor?
Yep.
Thank
All right. Reset it for the 11th, please. All right. Ingrid Davila Human, 20 M169.
She is represented by Mr. Slater.
All right. Not guilty plea will be entered. Is there no information filed? Is that way it's still in the docket?
No, there's no information filed.
All right. The not guilty plea shall be in. Where? This case is old. Why is this on an arraignment docket? How did that happen? Oh, because she bench warrant and got arrested. Okay. Not guilty plea is entered. Set on a pretrial on.
March 24th at 9 a.m.
All right. Ryan William Dersh, 21 CT 60.
Your Honor, we would also ask this to be reassigned to Judge Crown. It has a lowercase number.
All right. Please do that. And let me look at the notice to appear. 3310 Avion Woods Court. We sent it to the wrong address. Oh, no, we didn't. I just can't read. Sent it to 3510 Avion Woods Court and 3510 Avion Woods Court. All right, well, the defendant, the notice was returned as undeliverable. State.
Your Honor, then the state would request the bench warrant.
All right. All right, bench warrant ROR. Ray J. Durand, 21 MM78. There's no information filed and it's a battery.
Your Honor, Can we continue this for a week? It looks like the attorney was trying to reach the victim, so
Okay.
I guess they need to speak with them further.
Yeah, I know. All right. Let's continue this 2 weeks because we're gonna have to mail notice to the defendant.
February 25th at 8:30?
Yes, please. Ready? All right. For Donna Jean Frias Vasquez, 21 CT 62. Permit unauthorized person to drive. Defendant in custody? Looks like they are. All right, can we put this in the jail room and talk to tomorrow, please? All right. Corey Hogsett, 21MM76, represented by Regional Counsel. Do we have an information? Oh, represented by Mr. Casassa as of yesterday. And there is an information filed?
Yes.
All right. Let's set this on a pretrial, please. All right. John Lazara, 21MM77, represented by the Public Defender's Office. And an information has been filed. So let's go ahead and enter plea of not guilty and set it for a pretrial. Okay. 3 o'clock for a pretrial. Okay. Con Kessler, 21 CT 64, represented by Mr. Vergaramo. Do we have an information?
All
right, state your proceeding on citation.
One moment, Your Honor, please.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. Can we proceed on the citation?
Yes, sir. Not guilty plea will be entered. We'll put this on pretrial.
March 24th at 9 a.m.
Very good. All right. John William King, 21 CO 18. Notice to appear was sent, was not returned. 2600 Storter Avenue. It was sent to the right address, at least according to the NTA. What would you like to do?
Your Honor, then the state would ask for a bench warrant.
It's an open container. It's the first FTA. I'll give him a shot. No, it's fine.
He needs to appear somehow. If we don't have another address.
No, this did not bounce back. It's undeliverable.
Yeah, I realize, it's an open container.
It's an open container. Let's give him another shot. All right. Renotice. Let's give it 3 weeks to make sure we have plenty of time for the mail to get there. Sounds good. But please note the failure of the defendant to appear. All right. Parker Alexander Kurlowich, 20 CT 2255. Leaving the scene of the crash. Let's see. bonded out January 11th. Get a $500 bond. Let's see. Had today's date and time on bond paperwork that was signed by the defendant. State?
The state would request a bench warrant, Your Honor.
Bench warrant $1,000. Was there just the one count? Bench warrant 1,000. You ready to move on to the next one? All right. Tadrika Camila Mathis, 20 CT33. I have to be heard at 10 o'clock for a plea. Oh, she was supposed to, she was on Zoom the other day, Mr. Rasenko, and she was supposed to come here from, I think she's in Tampa.
Okay.
Or Miami. She had to drive over. You know, she had just gotten her license back and she was supposed to drive over here. I hope she's all right. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and just reset the case because she has appeared multiple times. I hope she's all right.
Yeah, no objection, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, can we set this back? Where did this come from? Was it on a pretrial docket before?
It was on the pretrial on the 28th.
All right, was it a non-jury or regular pretrial? It was non-jury, wasn't it?
The 28th was a regular pretrial.
Was it? All right.
January? Yeah.
Yep. Let's put it back on the regular pretrial docket, please. March 4th. Yes, please. All right. Bobby Lynn McComber, 21CT13. We did? Okay. Gexi Oro Campagna, 21CT130.
I've got an email that I'm to reset this.
Okay. Who said that?
I have an email from Jim McAllister.
Okay. No, I'm cool with it. That's fine. Reset for what? For arraignment? Okay. That's odd, but okay. If Judge Nicola wants this case, it's her case. If she wants it set March 25th at 8:30.
Set for the morning, at 8:30 is continued to 325 at 8:30. Order in the run.
Per Judge Nicola. Very good.
It doesn't say what.
Well, if Jim McAllister is saying it's per Judge Nicola.
It's not saying what proceeding, so I need to assume, but.
If it's at 8:30.
If it's at 8:30 and 325, it's
Most likely. Oh, you know, here. Let's find out real quick. I'm sure Judge Nicola has a reason to do this. Let's make sure she clearly wants to see this lady. Yep, she's got arraignments. Set up her arraignment, please.
No, it's just there.
Okay.
Abel Ramos. Oh, he's in the docket. They want him.
But this is 20 mm 2007.
He's also sent to Sarah as well. About Mr. Ramos. Oh no, this is Abel. This is Warner.
Okay. Am I good?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Abel Ramos, 20 mm 2007. No one is telling me what to do with this. Right?
This paper I have here is telling me for
this case. Who said that?
Sure.
I mean, but we haven't had someone specifically make. Okay. All right. Oh no, that's fine. If I don't issue a bench warrant.
Correct.
Okay. Let's figure out what we're gonna do. Our defendant was not present on the 31st. Yes, sir, Mr. Rasenko.
So the Ramos case, I couldn't quite hear what was going off on the side completely. This is.
I didn't really understand it either.
Okay. This has a lower case number with Provost, so Judge Provost. So I just wanted to ask that be reassigned. I didn't know if that was mentioned at all too.
Not yet. So we're going to reassign 20 mm 2007 to Judge Provost. And now we're going to decide whether or not we give him a court date or issue a bench warrant. Let me see. He was not present on the 31st. No spirit was issued for today. That was over a month ago. It has not been returned. And he's got a bondsman who I assume knows where he's at, or at least try to reach him. All right, state.
The state would request a bench warrant, Your Honor.
Original bond was, whoa. All right. The original bond was $15,000. Well, bench warrant, $30,000. There's a rule of procedure, Mr. Snako, that says upon the issuance of bench warrant, it shall be set at no less than twice the previous bond. It can be more, but no less.
I remember hearing that before, but that just, that's.
Yep.
I wasn't sure, when if you could ever alter that.
No. Well, can or should.
I'm sure there was a reason for it. I just wasn't aware at this time.
Judge Crown was really trying to make the point that he should not miss court, and then he did. So, oh well. All right. Hunter David Range, 21 CT 106. Represented by the public. Yes, represented by the Public Defender's Office. Has an information been filed?
No, sir, but there is a citation.
State, proceeding on citation?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, not guilty plea has been entered. Next court date will be?
March 15th, 9 a.m.
All right. Ronaldo Santos Cortez, 21 CT 103.
We took care of it.
We did? All right. Samantha Emily Steele, 21 MM44, represented by the Public Defender's Office. Has the information been filed? Yes, it has. Not guilty plea to be entered. Next court date is?
March 31st.
All right. Ivan Jai Anthony Turrentine, 21 MM71. Information has been filed. Notice of appearance from Public Defender's Office. All right. Not guilty plea entered. For the next court date of?
March 9th at 3 p.m.
Okay. Hugo Joel Vallecilos Escobar, 21 CT 102. Notice to appear was sent on February 4th at 8:30. For February 4th at 8:30. It was sent to apartment 4. It was not returned as undeliverable. Diversion is offered. State.
The state would ask for a bench warrant then, Your Honor.
So this is really interesting. On the citation, it's 3103 Northwest 3rd Avenue, ATP 4, and that's supposed to APT, and it's Pompano Beach, spelled P-A-M-P-A-N-O. That is not how you spell Pompano. Can we renotice, please, fixing this so it says apartment 4 and Pompano with an O, and let's try it.
That could have done it.
That could have done it.
I'm sorry, how do you spell Pompano Beach, please?
Let me make sure I look it up so I don't misspell it and goof that up. All right.
Usually what we do is enter the zip code and then the city pops up.
P-O-M, right, P-O-M-P-A-N-O, Pompano,
P-O-M.
not Pampano.
P-O-M-P.
P-O-M-P-A-N-O. P-A-N-O, Pompano Beach.
Forty-one, 3103 Northwest Third Avenue, apartment 4.
Apartment 4, Pompano. We'll try that again. Let's give it 3 weeks. We have enough time for the mail to get there. All right. Ready? Yes, please.
March 4th at 8:30?
Yes, please.
Okay.
All right. Victor Manuel Vasquez Perez, 20 CT 1934. Returned as undeliverable.
One active warrant.
Ah. All right. 208 Boston Avenue, Immokalee, Florida. Oh. Let's see. We've got a previous no-show, but at least the last time this defendant was underage. The defendant is no longer underage. Date of birth. Oh, wait. Hold on. If I remember this correctly, the date of birth in the citation is not correct. What is the date of birth for this defendant?
Looks, yeah.
Before I issue a bench warrant, a real bench warrant, not a released a parent. Before I do that, I want to make sure the defendant is not underage.
Looks like we were going to have the defendant say his name and date of birth for the record. It should be Sanchez Ortiz with date of birth 11/3/2004.
All right, defendant still underage. Bench warrant released to parents. Almost there, Bill. Got 2 left. Doesn't hurt that bad. Come on.
I'm rusty.
Uh-huh. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Sure. Okay. All right. Elmer Francisco Vicente. Yep. Giordani Antonio Zaldivar. 20 CT 2167. Oh. I clicked it away. 2167. Hold on. Just did a bench warrant on this case. And bonds out. Issue a notice to appear. Gets returned as undeliverable. The bond paperwork says to be set. Notice to appear for today sent to the bondsman. 441 10th Avenue, Northeast Florida. Bondsman, it's in Miami. All right, state.
The state would ask for a bench warrant, Your Honor.
Okay. Bench warrant $5,000. You just got out of jail on this.
And then for Mr. Allen, it's been 20 minutes since he's still not here.
Yeah, I need a blank order, please. I think I got one up here. I'm gonna go ahead and set aside the bench warrant, reset him. So when he shows up, he can go to your office and give him his new court date. Because I'm tired. I don't feel like waiting anymore. He's 3 hours. It's 3 hours late. I'm gonna be nice and not just leave the bench warrant set. What was his name again? James Lee.
Allen?
All right. Front door is not locked, is it?
Currently it is, but.
We hear the bangy bangy sound. Yes. With your eyes closed?
I can hear very well.
Use your spidey senses.
Will we set this for a non-jury trial?
No, we reset it for arraignment. Yep.
How soon?
2 weeks. Yep. I think that's everything, yeah? Mr. Zingo, this is an FYI. And listen, I know you're new and I understand your hesitation. Courtroom.
Hey, this is Alex.
Hi, Alex.
I'm a local home buyer, and I was calling to see if you'd be interested in an offer for your property.
Nope.
Yes, this is a recording. But
Okay.
I haven't done a real
All right. It's one of the nicest computers that's called me recently.